Well, let me ask you this. So, like, when her music hit, she didn't come out at 30. I think she came out at like 27 or 28 or something like that. And obviously, in comparison to a lot of the other people in the match, she wasn't a fan favorite. There were a lot of other people that were bigger fan favorites in the match than Charlotte Flair. But, like, just being in the building, because we were in the press box and, like, the window was closed and the feed was, like, a second or two off. So, like, the reactions were a little delayed. I could hear the Alexa Bliss reaction in person through the glass. The Charlotte one sounded like slightly, not off, but like a tepid reaction. I don't know. It was weird because I know we knew she was going to be in the match. We all knew she was going to be in the match. And then not only that, though, I think they thought that she would be cheered for winning. I'm not going to say this is a Roman Reigns 2015, Royal Rumble comparison here, but like, it's not like she eliminated Bianca to win it or Io Sky, two big fan favorites among other women that were in that match. She eliminated the two heels. Roxanne Perez, for anyone who watches NXT, is obviously a heel. Nia Jax is the biggest heel in the entire company. So the company, in booking the finish to this match, must have thought that she would get a babyface, like, positive reaction, like, yay, Charlotte's back. She wins the Rumble. We haven't seen this before, which we obviously did 5 years ago. So, I didn't hate it, which we'll get to in a second, but also, I'm just adding that onto the fact that we saw her on Raw on Monday. And before she could even open her mouth, and she was going to speak about her injury and battling back and the awful year that she had, which she spoke about in the press conference after the show, that she probably thought she would get a babyface reaction, and she just got booed instead. Now, it wasn't overwhelming like Dominic Mysterio boos, but she was negatively received on Monday's Raw and after her Rumble win. So do you think they thought they were going into this match thinking that she would be a babyface? I mean, that seems pretty delusional to me, but I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of pointed out, I guess I didn't think of it at Roxanne, like, yeah, obviously she is a heel. But I don't know. I feel like people are kind of into her, but like obviously dumping Nia. I mean, she's the biggest heel out there, so I guess they assumed she'd get a babyface reaction. But I mean, Charlotte's just like she's just a heel. Like she is a heel. Like her character is a heel. Like she thinks she's better than you. She's won all the titles. Like it's kind of in your face. So, I mean, I guess their logic was dumping Nia. Hopefully, she'd get some kind of babyface reaction. But the crowd really, especially on Raw, like people were not happy and. I just don't see her as a babyface, so they tried, but I just don't think it's going to work.
I think they think it's like a lesser of two evils type of thing where like they have I don't know. I think they thought that, okay, they hate Nia more than they hate Charlotte, so they'll boo or they'll cheer Charlotte winning the Rumble, and that was just not the case. I mean, she wasn't booed out of the building upon winning the Rumble, but she was negatively received on Monday's Raw. So I'm not really sure what they thought they were going to do there. And honestly, I hope if it does lead to Charlotte and Tiffany at WrestleMania, which I guess is safe to say, which is where they're going with it. I haven't caught NXT yet, but I know she was on NXT to confront Julia, the NXT Women's Champion. We're not going down the same road that we did 5 years ago of Charlotte challenging for the NXT Women's Championship. No fucking thanks. I do not need to see Julia doing the job for Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. That would be terrible. That'd be even worse than Rhea losing to Charlotte 5 years ago. Listen, she's probably beating Tiffany for that belt. It is what it is. But it is weird, though, because like she acted all, I don't know. It's weird because she acted likable and sympathetic at the beginning of that press conference, and then when she got to my question, she was a total bitch. Like she was in total heel mode when she was answering my question about self-paid and self-made, highest paid, whatever the fuck she said. And I'm like, okay, that's great heel Charlotte. So does she want to be both? I feel like she doesn't know what she wants to be. So do you think this might change the course of her feud with Tiffany and Tiffany might go babyface instead? Because it looked like Charlotte might be the babyface going into that match, but I don't think anyone's going to cheer Charlotte over Tiffany.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to cheer Charlotte over Tiffany. So, I mean, I don't know why they're so set on making Charlotte a babyface. I just feel like I said, even with her character alone, like she's she's better than everyone, so she should be seen as a heel.
Yeah.
Tiffany, I feel like, is already getting babyface reaction, and I just don't think they'll cheer Charlotte over her. Maybe somebody else, but I mean, Charlotte to me is just a glorified heel. So they tried, but I would just pivot to her being the heel and Tiffany being a babyface.